Some people say that Los Angeles is just a dozen suburbs in search of a city. But a mile from City Hall, across this concrete river, there's a place that's unique and proud of it, where identity is etched on the walls, on cars, and even on the people. And what these people do here influences people across the entire country. The clothes they wear, the food they eat, art, and especially music. Now, growing up in New York City 20 years ago, I enjoyed these raw, unique sounds, and I wondered where they came from. Well, they come from right here. Welcome to East Los Angeles and the cutting edge.
The Cutting Edge, featuring Los Lobos, the Lords, The Fall, Chris Isaac, Depeshe Mode, your close personal amigo, Peter Zaremba.
Until it was shut down by the cops a few years ago, Whittier Boulevard was the traditional cruising strip on Saturday nights for the lowriders. Rock and roll has its traditions also, and the Lords live a couple of them to the max. Let's visit them at their ancestral home. Speaking of keeping traditions, the original English lord of their castle was lynched for alcoholism and unnatural vices.
Gone. That's it, from the sun.
Practically since the invention of the automobile, drivers have made their cars an extension of their personalities. Here in East Los Angeles, people like their cars low, and at the east end of Whittier Boulevard is Orly's Hydraulics. Orly has found fame throughout California, lowering cars as low as the law will allow, and sometimes even lower.
Right on. Okay, this is your trunk, right window, left window, back hydraulics, front hydraulics, moonroof,
Yeah.
and the seats.
Right.
Front and back.
And you got like a TV,
TV.
in case the Dodgers, you know, want to check out a Dodger game or something, you're cruising around.
That's it.
Right.
That's it.
The whole thing. And the etched windows are amazing. Back here. I mean, the whole thing is great. Okay, moonroof closed. Like a pack of wolves in an urban wilderness, Los Lobos hearts have stayed close to home. For groups like Los Lobos, the Long Riders, and the Bangles have started a new American invasion that's reached foreign shores. I felt proud when I saw the Lobos playing to a packed house in Paris. And in London, their show was the show to be seen at. Now, they might not have heard of the Lobos when we debuted them on our show a year ago, but everyone sure knows them now. Let's see just how the wolf survives. Okay, this is Mancha, this is Christina, and this is David. Cutting Edge has brought you out to East LA, at the Conrad of Los Lobos' house. We're gonna talk to the whole Los Lobos band.
The thing about the bands in LA is like something that I've never experienced before. In the old days, I've never experienced the tightness, the camaraderie, you know, that we have in LA now. I mean, it wasn't like in the 60s or even in the 70s, you know. Now it's like bands in LA are so like, they're always backing each other up. It doesn't matter who you are or what color you are, whatever that means. It doesn't matter. It's like if you play well and you have a good sound, they're willing to go all the way out, you know, for you.
The Blasters were very supportive of our band because they heard us and they gave us some, you know, rare opportunity for a new band to play for a Capacity House at the Whiskey opening for one of their shows, which just, you know, opened a lot of doors for us. We played, you know, all over Hollywood after that, just from word of mouth.
To show I love you, honey, this is what I'll do. Stop chasing every pretty little girl in town to show my love is true. To show my love is true. To show I love you, sugar, baby, hear me through. I quit hanging around those topless bars and stay right here with you. To show my love is true.
It's still a lot of fun for us, you know, to go out on the road and stuff like that. And every once in a while, like anything else, you know, it gets a little bit, the road gets a little rough, you know. You want to come home after a while, but, you know, you find that when you come home, you sort of miss it again.
You know, we've done it for so long, but now that we're playing all over the country, it's like we walked into the club in Kansas City, and it's still like, very much like we'll be back there, and the club will start filling up, and it's almost like we're looking at each other, well, is someone else playing here tonight? You know, it's a real surprise to just see all these people all over, from Kansas City to North Carolina to Richmond, Virginia, to New York City, and it's great.
like a lot of the country writers like Hank Williams and Merle Haggard, and just seem to hit home, you know, in a lot of different ways, you know. They'll say something in a simple way, but somehow it's, you know, they'll say the same. I mean, they'll put into words what a million people have the same feeling, you know.
We were friends to begin with, so that kind of just held us together through the years, and all the low points and high points, and that's really what held us together, you know. Like, all our moms know each other, so if there was anything goes on within the band, you know, we'll hear from it.
Just like in the past, you know, the European folks, they enjoy American music so much that they buy millions of records, you know. In America, we buy their records, but they're all reflections of what we've already done, you know. So, like, now, I think it's starting to happen all over again. They might make a whole big turnaround. I think it's going that way. I really do. I hope it does.
A certain kind of trend in America right now that's really producing bands that are really cut from the fabric of American culture, and that's what we support, and what we hope you know, America will awaken to, if you will.
Standing there by the window, staring out at the night. You got so many troubles on your nervous mind. But don't worry, baby, it's gonna work out fine. You heard the sound of footsteps stealing across the floor. He picked up the receiver, he didn't know what for. Then you saw a shadow slipping through the door. Well, don't worry, baby, what the world will bring. Well, don't worry, baby, it won't change a thing. Life is a fire, and then you die. Standing there by the window, staring out at the night. You see your lover leaning against the old street light. But don't worry, baby, it's gonna be alright. He was tossing and turning, and he couldn't sleep. He said you shouldn't bother, it was just a dream. So where was he going? Heading down the street. Well, don't worry, baby, what the world will bring. Well, don't worry, baby, it won't change a thing. Life is a fire, and then you die. Hey,
The Cutting Edge will return with The Fall.
10 miles away and worlds apart from the discotheques of East Los Angeles is Texas Records. It's there that we caught the Manchester group, The Fall, in a rare in-store appearance, and talked with bandleader Mark E. Smith and Brick Smith about The Fall and falling in love.
One. Do I like performing? Only in retrospect, yeah. I mean, I like to look back at it. I don't get all that nervous or anything. I do enjoy it. I enjoy working on the songs on stage in front of people. I think it's good. It's good. It's better than rehearsing. Good afternoon. We are The Fall. As TJH would say, Dirtball.
Mark and I were married, and I was a musician before that anyway. And it was the time of making the album Perverted by Language, and he said, well, why don't we use one of your songs on the album, and you just do a guest appearance. And so we did that, and it worked out really well, and it was such a contrast of styles, the American guitar style with the real, like, working class British style, that it was really interesting. And everyone was happy about it in the end, so I just joined after that.
Bricks fitted in very well. Because I asked her to join, actually, because of her guitar sound. I mean, it wasn't the intention to bring her into the group because she was my wife or anything. I mean, I didn't even know she was such a good guitarist, you know, at first. I mean, I thought she was a singer.
I won't leave this city in a quick coach. Think a town is sorry, there's nothing here but crooks and death. Drug pullers of the West Corner.
It was just love at first sight for both of us, and ever since we met, we were never apart, you know. Maybe 3 weeks while I collected my belongings in America and ran to Manchester.
Well, I think there's a very strong sense of comedy in The Fall's work, but I don't want to play up on it, you know. I think it's important to have a sense of humour in life, you know, especially if you're in The Fall, because you know, it's not exactly a bed of roses all the time. I mean, that's why I like the lads in the group, you know. I mean, I tend to get very serious about The Fall and that. I mean, but like sometimes they really cheer me up by just the way they are, you know. You know, they sort of take. When we have sort of down patches, they take it very sort of, they sort of make jokes about it, and I think that's great, you know.
Where's the lay of the land, my son? What's the lay of the land, my son?
My name is Wayne Rookie. I'm from Chicago. I've been out here now for about 8 years. And I just bought this car off some people in Hollywood. I picked it up for cheap. I got this car for $700. I've done everything inside of about 4 months now. And I'm not going to cut it, meaning I'm not going to put hydraulics on it, because I want to keep it all original. And well, it's a 65. It's a real popular Impala.
My name is James. I got a 66 Chevy convertible Super Sport. Got a lift the front and back. Got a new upholstery. It's painted lacquer purple from Latin Lord's Car Club. Orly did all the work on the lifts and everything. Everything's new. 4 batteries. I have 8 cylinders all the way around. Pancake switch.
Despite their drag queen appearance, the New York Dolls were a great band and one of the forerunners of the new wave. Now, Johnny Thunders, first in the Dolls, then the Heartbreakers, and then on his own, turned himself into a rock and roll legend and everybody's favorite bad example.
Saw a kid rip off a Cream magazine at the 7-Eleven at Artesia in Felton. Real slick mover, that kid. Bent down, wrapped around his leg, rolled a sock over it, and bailed out of the store. Kids in Iron Maiden t-shirts hanging out, playing videos, and just hanging around. Someday, those kids will grow up, and they will stand behind the counter. Now, it's just a dream. But isn't it everybody's dream? To don that orange and white smock, to have your own little name tag, to stand with your feet planted solidly, facing front proudly, only turning to fill an order for a big gulp or a Slurpee? Oh, 7-Eleven man, it's 4 a.m. Who can we turn to now but you? Have you ever looked into the cold drink section? Have you ever seen that familiar orange and white smock bobbing around back there? Bet you'd like to know what goes on back there. Always hoping that Channel 7 would do a behind-the-scenes report. Hey, I'm no different. Me too. 7-Eleven is the pulse beat of America. I think Bruce Springsteen should do a little song about a 7-Eleven in Asbury Park, but write it about all of America so we can all slurp with the boss.
The Cutting Edge will return with Chris Isssac.
Move over, you wimps. Here come the lords. The lords of the new church. The method to our madness. Album and cassette is waiting for you now.
The Truth. Playground. Album and cassette only on IRS.
East Los Angeles has all the problems of our inner city neighborhoods. The Hollenbeck Youth Center was founded by community leaders and the police to provide an alternative to street crime and gang violence. Their boxing program came into the international spotlight when Paul Gonzalez, known as the Hollenbeck Kid, took the gold medal in the 1984 Olympics.
Kids, don't try this at home. Boxers are tough. Like Chris Isaacs, ex-boxer and recording artist for Warner Brothers Records. Come on, baby, let's go. Keep it up there.
Oh, I think Chris is going to have a lot of really big hits.
It's okay, boy. It's okay, Scruffy. Hi, I'm Chris Isssac. I'm a new artist on Warner Brothers. And I'm here to see Mo Austin, the president of Warner Brothers. I'm waiting down here in the basement for about, what, 2 weeks maybe? Yeah, about 2 weeks. Scruffy and I are gonna go find Mo. We're tired of waiting. Let's go, Scruffy. What do you smell, boy? Yeah, boy. Yeah. Go with it, go with it. We're looking for Mo. You seen him? Mo. That's right. Mo Austin.
Like in Manny Mo?
You know the name, Mo Austin. Yeah. I've got a record out, see, and he told me to meet him in the basement. He's going to talk about what he's doing with the record and how it's going.
Another one of those.
And,
yeah.
This happens a lot, I think.
I'm sorry this has happened to me.
Really? Well, I'll tell you something. He's messing with dynamite here. I was born in Stockton, and my grandfather was born in Stockton, and my great-grandfather was born in Stockton, and one of these days, one of us is going to figure it out and move, I guess, but it's like any small town, you start to like it after you've been there long enough. You know, 1970 was more like 1958 in Stockton. You know, you can still buy 007 shoes at the store in Stockton. You know, they still stock them. So it's like all small towns, they're living a little behind the times. And because of that, my music is a little bit influenced by by like Bo Diddley instead of Depeshe Mode or Public Image or something like that. It's quiet, Scruffy. It's too quiet. Could be a trap. Let's just take it slow and easy. Over here, boy. What do you smell? What's that? Mo Austin been around here? Don't take your time. Answer right away.
I said no.
He's not been here.
No, yeah.
And what's your name?
Jill.
And what do you do?
I work for Telex.
Have you ever been arrested before?
No.
That's good, Jill. Where's Mo?
I don't think Mo's in today. I think, let me think. I think
make up your mind.
He went to see Prince. I think he's not here.
Prince isn't playing today. Try again.
I think he's with David Byrne.
David Byrne's out of town.
I think he went over to listen to the Van Halen recording session.
Nobody would go listen to Van Halen recording session.
A record is your artistic statement, and when you play out, you have to make an artistic statement too, sure. But you also gotta, you've gotta be a dance band a little bit too, because there's some guys who wandered in there just to meet girls, and there's some girls who just came to meet guys, and you are just an accoutrement to their night. You're not the main show. So I keep that in mind too.
Don't anybody try to leave. Don't anybody leave where you are. Just please stay where you are, and nobody gonna get hurt. Okay?
Okay.
You're an artist, I take it?
Yeah.
Do you know Mo Austin?
Well, we've been introduced a
You
couple
met
of
him?
times. Yeah, a couple of times.
Think you could sketch me a picture of what this man looks like?
Well, on the spot?
That's right, on the spot. Just a rough sketch.
Without visual reference?
Do you need any?
Well,
you could show me this sketch. I'll show it to Scruffy.
Actually, it's already drawn here.
All right.
Oh, wait a minute. There's a couple things that are missing.
Tall? Got ears, huh?
Not really. That's about the best thing I could do without doing it at all.
I know that face anywhere. Easy, boy. I know it's tiring. It's not like Stockton. But this is the big city. You gotta grab the water where and when you can get it. Take the rest when you can, and keep moving during the daylight. Sleep at night and wheeze all day. Or wheeze at night and sleep all day. Or... God, you're sloppy.
I'm not trying to write rockabilly. I could write rockabilly songs pretty quick. Might not be very good, but I could write them pretty quick. And I don't really dig too many of these bands that were like doing rockabilly cover songs and things like that, because it doesn't take me anywhere. Why buy day old bread? I mean, if I wanted to buy rockabilly, I'll go down and buy Johnny Burnett or Jerry Lee Lewis or Elvis or something like that. I'm not going to go buy somebody else's version of that. And so by the same token, I don't want to make something that somebody else is going to feel that way about.
That's Mo, isn't it?
Yeah.
You can run, Mo, but you can't hide. You can run, but you can't hide, Mo. I'll find you. Me and Scruffy, that's who. Let him know we're coming.
Sure. They're coming, Mo.
I'm a lonely man doing a dirty job. But it's got to be done.
All right, good.
So, Mo, we meet. After a long time, we meet. In person, face to face. And I can give you Scruffy. Pick him up same time next week. See you later.
Okay, Pump, take 5 rounds of the cutting edge new music countdown. Are you the kind of people that want more trash for their cash? Husker Du, the New Day Rising LP is number 5. Checking in at number 4 this month is Beat Hotel by my Hoboken pals, the Bongos. The long-lost, never-released 4th album by the legendary Velvet Underground, VU, is plastically exploding in our 3rd birth this month. Lime-sucking synth poppers, Tears for Fears are crying all the way to our number 2 spot this month with their latest Moto Day Disco Platter. Meat is Murder, the 2nd album entree from the Smiths, has slaughtered all the competition. That's right, it's clawed its way to the top of our musical mountain and earned the right to be, that's right, number 1. And now for some cutting-edge pick hits. It's only ultra appropriate that while we're here in East Los Angeles that we pick the local sounds. Hey, that's what brought us here, and that's what keeps us coming back. On the history of Latino rock, you get just that. Richie Valens' La Bamba, Cannibal and the Headhunters' fabulous extended play of Land of 1,000 Dances, and the other immortals who shaped the East LA sound.
But that was then, and this, Los Angelinos, the East Side Renaissance, is right now. A whole new generation of East LA bands have sprung up. The Brat, Califos, Consapos, and the Plugs, now the Cruzados, were seen on last month's show, are just a few in the proud and rocking tradition of East Los Angeles. As we arrive at our third pick, we encounter the 3 O'Clocks, Arrive Without Traveling. This IRS debut LP is pop perfection from one of LA's most respected bands. Remember, with the 3 O'Clock, you're always on time. And that's our pick hits for this month. Okay, Serge, give them the word.
Okay, the Cutting Edge Countdown is based on the CMJ New Music Report, a nationwide survey of the college radio airplay.
That's right. And that ends the Cutting Edge New Music Countdown. The traditions of writing and the spoken word are incredibly strong throughout Latin America, and this reaches right into the U.S. Now, Café Cultural is a forum for writers and poets not only from Los Angeles, but from all of the Americas. Here are Central American authors Manlio Argueta and Clarabel Alegria of El Salvador.
Because I want peace and not war. Because I don't want to see hungry children, squalid women, men whose tongues are silent, I have to keep on fighting. Because there are clandestine cemeteries and squadrons of death, drug-crazed killers who torture, who maim, who assassinate, I want to keep on fighting. Because on the peak of Guasapa, my brothers peer out from their bunkers at 3 battalions trained in Carolina and Georgia, I have to keep on fighting. Because from Huey helicopters, expert pilots wipe out villages with napalm, poison the rivers, and burn the crops that feed the people, I want to keep on fighting. Because there are liberated territories where people learn how to read, and the sick are cured, and the fruits of the soil belong to all, I have to keep on fighting. Because I want peace and not war.
Les estamos tocando los huevos al tigre y los tigres no perdonan. Ahora nada más tenemos tiempo para pensar en las privaciones. No damos para más. Nuestra mente no llega hasta ahí, hasta donde no nos perdonan. Ya veremos después. Por el momento solo nos interesa pensar en que no nos importa que no nos perdonen. Al fin y al cabo, estamos metidos con el agua al cuello, pero no nos van a ahogar.
The Cutting Edge will return with Depeshe Mode. 80.
The 3 O'Clock. Arrive Without Traveling. Album and cassette on IRS. Don't waste time. Buy it now.
high. Just ask for something. Try to stand nothing. 'Cause all of us doing one thing and I'm not through. Hey, well, look at what I say. All the girls be dancing in the street, baby. All the girls be seven days of hard flow. The music was pumping when the walk in the go-go. The party people were on the floor. Watch now, dancing out there. When the youngins started popping, the next thing you knew, everybody started popping. Well, everybody say, on the go-go beat. Dancing in the street, baby. On the go-go beat. 7 days a week. Action and move. Hey, hey. To the groove. First we're gonna pop and move. 7 to the groove. Everybody come on, let me move. Hey, hey. To the groove. Now let's raise your hands and let's move. To the groove. Everybody come on, let me move. Hey, hey. To the groove. Party people, let's move. To the groove. Everybody come on, let me move. Hey, hey. To the groove. Little bit DC and Virginia. They're moving and grooving. Maryland and Atlanta. They're moving and grooving. Chi-town and Ohio. They're moving and grooving. Miami and San Francisco. They're moving and grooving. Boston and Philly. They're moving and grooving. Detroit, the big motor city. They're moving and grooving. Houston, Mississippi. They're moving and grooving. LA, New York City. They're moving and grooving. Milwaukee, Minneapolis. They're moving and go-go. And Red's go-go too. The young and old in the world. We're talking about
Nowadays, when people think of graffiti, they think of the colorful balloon style of New York. But here in East Los Angeles, people take pride in a cleaner, more simple style of writing. Like the subway trains of New York, the LA riverbed is the central place where people come to write their placas. My friend Chas has been coming here for over 13 years.
Okay, here's somebody, you know, these, the homeboys can come down here and kind of write, you know, write their placas, their territorial symbols. Sometimes writing are done to show the territory of a gang, but also a lot of times they do it for fun.
Right.
Graffiti is not made for everybody.
Yeah.
You know, graffiti is a kind of a social subculture secret language.
Yeah.
Fine design and precise lines. People really can't understand it. So it's really made by the homeboys, for the homeboys, by the gangs, for the gangs. It's not made for everybody to read. Okay, so this is a different gang. The local gang around here is the Avenues, but this is another gang. This is Richard, Jaime, and it's MHT''S. It's Montecito Heights.
Right.
And then the number 13, which is kind of a lucky number. It's the 13th letter of the alphabet, which stands for M, which is the letter for marijuana.
Right. And what do we have here?
Now, this is my stuff.
So, Charlie, when did you do this one?
I did this one last night. Yeah, this one's nice and fresh. But, you know, give it about a week and it'll probably be bombed. Graffiti is usually done by younger kids, about 15 years old.
Right.
I'm a lot older than that, but somehow I always stuck with it. I found that the line was good for me.
Yeah.
You know, I always found interest in it. And I always stuck with it, and it's evolved into this, you know. So I'm not working with spray cans anymore, but the brush really feels good to me, and I'm able to express myself.
It's only about a half a mile away to Chaz's home studio, where he's found a new environment to develop his art.
So I use Zolotone, which is that same stuff they make those fake rocks and stuff.
Oh,
so
really?
It looks just like a cement wall. And I don't put any borders on my canvases. I want to make it feel as though it's a part of a wall, that the edges bleed off, you know, and it looks more like a plaque. And that's what it is. That's what the Chicano writers called this, what their presentations, what they call placas, which are plaques. You know, so, and like I said, they're called placas. You know, so this is my statement. This is my placa. El ese loco. That's the crazy dude, basically. Chingazo is my nickname, and Blades is my girlfriend. De Highland Park. That's my barrio. Depeshe mode.
When you're using electronics, you don't have to be technically an excellent musician. You don't have to be able to technically play a guitar and be a great guitar player, as in a lot of groups it's a battle of who's the best, you know, and stuff like that with musicians. With electronics you can have good ideas.
I'd never understand the attitude that synthesizers don't produce real music, because any instrument produces music. It's the people that produce the music anyway. It's not the instrument, it's how you use the instrument, so that's what's important.
We don't use many synths anymore, really. We use quite a lot of computers, which are different. Because with computers, you actually make your own sounds, and synths are just really electronically formulated sound.
Still feel that the songs are the most important thing. Now, even though we use this synclavier and are very interested in sort of doing things in a very modern way, on our last album, for instance, one of the tracks was just like an acoustic piano and vocal, because we felt that that song needed that sort of treatment. Now, we wouldn't like to restrict ourselves and say we've got to record a song in this way. We're just sort of interested in interpreting the songs in the best way possible.
Well, I hope you all enjoyed your visit, but remember, this is also home. And the music that came out of here changed an awful lot of lives, like mine. Vaya con Dios, muchachos.
IRS production.
For the Sunday before Memorial Day, we've been watching not only liner notes, but also IRS's The Cutting Edge. Now, next week, we've got a new edition of The Tube. Once again, Jules Holland hooks up with Paula Yates, and they talk to Frankie Goes to Hollywood's Holly Johnson, producer Trevor Horn as well. We also see performances by Bryan Adams, Alison Moyet, and the reunited Squeeze, including host Jules Holland. That and more next Sunday night on The Tube, 11 o'clock on the East Coast and 10 in the Central Time Zone.